Okay, back with you on the Morning Brew. I want to thank our crew for that. We had one of our scheduled guests not able to be with us today due to illness, so we just ran yesterday's interview that we did with our friend Adrian Perez at Heritage Hotels, and it was good to have that on again. All right, we're into the second half of the show here. My friend Alex Pamaro is with us here today, and Alex is an author and founder of organization called Community Publishing, and Community Publishing is really into interactive books. And Alex, you're taking this to a whole new level now.
Yeah, Larry, thanks for having me again. And so we've had 2 books published as multimedia books, Princess Marisol and the Moon Thieves and Fiona the Funkadelic Freckle Fairy. And those are, as you were saying, interactive books, but our next project, Bay of the Caterpillar, is going to actually have some animation. So that we're really excited about that. And I've brought Nick Fury here, who's our audio engineer, and he's got all the music, puts all the music, and makes it make sense for us when we play it.
Good to meet you, Nick.
You too, Larry. Thanks for having me.
We have a lot in common here. With all the production things. What kind of background do you have? What do you do?
Basically, I'm a long-standing hip-hop MC. I've been doing it for about 15 years. A community organizer, promoter. Lately, I've been doing some background work. Love the New Mexico film industry. Thanks for all the great work out here. And working with Alex on some of these great projects, and with Elena, A.J. Roche on the Fiona project as an engineer. So being able to be a jack of all trades and work in this community has been great, and get my hands in where I can. So this
is more than an audio book, right?
Right. It's a multimedia book. You know, we're creating new terms as we go along. You know, we had Hakeem come on here, and we multimedia-ized his story, his poem.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're doing the same thing with this one, just taking it to a new level. So Bay of the Caterpillar is a story that takes place in Puerto Rico, roughly, you know, Caribbean story. It was written by a 7-year-old little girl.
No kidding.
Marisol Paramo. So it was my little girl. And she wrote this story, wonderful story. And I brought it over to Nick, and he really liked the idea. So we had a local musician, Christian Oriana, is the music director. He put the music down, and it was very tropical kind of music. AC Meyers, the illustrator, texturized illustrations that are really beautiful. So we're really excited about it. We're really excited to work with Danine Canamar, who's the animator. And it's just all of these local folks, Larry, putting them all to work, I guess, in these wonderful projects.
And this could expand out to other things, too. Not just children's books, but you could take this to many different directions.
I'm really glad you bring that up, because we're sort of getting known as the children's publishing house. And there's nothing wrong with that, but we do have the project with Flow Fader, and that's still going along, you know, DJ Flow Fader. We have some other projects we're working on with Seth Hoffman and other folks that are not necessarily children's books, but we seem to have fallen into that, and you know, and that's great. I love to promote literacy. We go into APS, communitypublishing.org. We go into APS. We play our books, and kids are really excited about the new technology and mixing sound and art and in this case animation, movement. And Nick really helps us with all that.
Now, Nick, the TV thing is fun, but I come from a radio background, so it's all audio, and I love that medium, and obviously you do too.
It's a lot of fun. I spent a couple years on and off for KUNM doing a program called Street Beat, which is the hip-hop program. Been on for almost 20 years now. So that gave me a background to start with, but I've done a podcast, I've done some other things. When Alex approached me about the Bay of the Caterpillar story, I was just taken back by the whole approach of having a young child write the book through her eyes and explaining the story. And with the music that Christian has provided with, it's just amazing. So this project is really moving forward, and the multimedia aspect is pretty fun to work in. As a performer who now knows the audio side and kind of works both ways, I really appreciate both sides of the coin. So
no, I love all the things that you can do off of a children's book, but a children's book remains a children's book, doesn't it? It's story time, and you want to look at the story and read the story and that kind of thing. Do you keep that in mind as you're jumping off the page with these other projects?
We do keep that in mind, and I do want to thank A.J. Roche. You met her here last time, and she insisted on some printed copies, and we did that. And at the book release party, the children sat around, and it really felt like that old story time kind of by the fireplace. No, you don't want to lose it, because these are stories that we want to touch the children, their soul and their their psyche. So.
And you want the kids to pick the book up too.
That's right, and they pick it up and they feel it. So there's a lot of benefits to still printing. We do some limited edition prints, and we're going to continue to do that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a real good idea. So, oh, do we? Good. Let's do that. Let's show that now. And what do we have here?
Yeah, this is an illustration by A.C. May. The cool thing about these illustrations, like I said, they're texturized, almost like 3D. This is a scene here with is it the bee? No, I'm sorry. It's a spider's house. And so the Bay of the Caterpillar is a caterpillar goes around wondering about what her fate is going to be. She doesn't know she's going to be a butterfly.
Oh.
And she's consulting her friends. So these animals, these insects are walking around and telling her, they're not really giving it away. So
they want it to be a surprise.
They want it to be a surprise, yeah.
Okay.
And the music sort of flows with all that. So working with Nick, who's able to fashion it where it sort of told the story with the music as well.
Music, yeah, and there's a lot of interesting instruments as Christian uses these, Peruvian flutes, and there's
that whole Caribbean vibe.
Interesting. We even have what's the gentleman's name who played the harp? We have a harpist.
Wow.
That's right.
On some of these tracks, so it really just brings out this almost a bedtime story kind of feel, very ethereal, very dreamlike kind of quality.
What a fun project to work on. We have another image here. Want to have you describe it? What is this now?
Yeah, this is one of the opening images where this is where basically Bayer's backyard, which everyone would love to have a backyard like that. Yeah, the caterpillar's backyard, and this is where she's growing up and wondering about the world around her. So it's one of those stories of self-discovery, which really resonate with children.
Terrific. So colorful.
Yeah, A.C. May is a great artist.
She really is incredible. And like you said, the texturized, the 3D effect of the pictures, the way they look, I feel like you're in the picture.
So can people get this book and experience yet? Is it out yet, or is it in progress?
We have a release date of December 1st. We're getting really close. We're still in production. Nick is in the mixing phase, the final phases. And then for a hard copy, we're looking at probably the middle of December. But communitypublishing.org, we update everyone on where it's at. But it's beautiful. You should see the rest of the illustrations. They're amazing. It was hard to choose from.
Your target audience, not just New Mexico. It's got to be around the world.
Well, that's the really cool thing about the internet and being able to promote your work on iTunes and Amazon and even your own website,
Sure.
And as you know, Larry, we're dedicated to the bilingual approach, so it's in English and Spanish. 2 separate versions, but all in the same package.
Very nice.
Yep. And Nick helps us with that too. Luckily, he speaks Spanish.
Yes, I do un poquito.
Yeah.
So, the other work that you do in the hip hop world, where is that going?
Well, it goes on a little bit everywhere. I'd like to give a shout out to my live band, Bandwidth No Name, is in your frequency bandwidth, bandwidthnoname.com. We do like live funk rock, hip hop, and roll, and we play all over Albuquerque and New Mexico. We get out of town when we can. We are going to be playing this Saturday, October 18th, for the Fiona the Funkadelic Freckle Fairy book release party at Shade Tree Customs. Right. So this should be an event this Saturday. It should be a lot of fun. It's free if I'm right. Come out, get a book from AJ Roche, check out the live aspect of music, and get involved with us. That's what we like. That's what we love to do. Now I like to connect with people, so the live aspect is where I really shine. But I love working again behind the scenes with Alex and creating these community projects that I think will stand the test of time.
Love it.
They're very interesting.
And Bandwidth No Name will also be at the Rail Yards.
The Rail Yards Market, November 2nd, the last Sunday of the month. So please come out and support that event as well.
Very good. Always fun stuff with you, Alex, and
Thanks,
it's
Larry.
great to meet you, Nick,
Thank you, Larry. You too.
Talk to you about these projects are amazing.
Keep pushing it to different levels. I think we have an audio clip here.
This is something, I recognize it right away. I was like, oh my God.
Is that right?
This
is
from
some of the music and
correct.
Some of the background.
This is from the transformation scene of the cocoon, essentially. So it's the caterpillar is in the cocoon, and it's very, very ethereal. You can hear it's like a bedtime story. And after this comes some of the transformation. So very beautiful.
Beautiful. Well, Alex, another creative moment with you. Nick, great to meet you. Thanks.
Pleasure. Thank you, Larry.
Thanks for having us on, Larry.
You're
going to love the finished product.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
To you
and the website again for community.
Communitypublishing.org, and under our books tab, we have a lot going on there.
Cool.
Thank you, Larry.
Alex Pamaro and our friend Nick over here. We are set to go for our next segment here on the Morning Brew. have a quick timeout. We'll be right back.